Hi, I wanted to do a video for those of you who are considering buying here either this year or in the coming year. One of the most important things, if you watch the video down below on market stats, is a key takeaway other than the consistency over the years of inventory continuing to decrease and prices continuing to increase, is the fact that most of the properties that you're seeing are selling either at 100% of asking price or just very, very slightly below. That sale price below asking, I attribute to adjustments made during the inspection period for various inspection issues, but for the most part, almost everything is selling at list price. So what does that mean to you as a buyer? It basically means that if you see a house for sale that is new on the market, you can anticipate you're going to pay full asking price, possibly even a little bit more, but for the most part, full ask. If a property sits on the market for any amount of time, what we're often seeing is we'll see a price reduction, and then it'll sell for list price again. So we're not seeing the case of a lot of price reductions like we have in years past. So just keep that in mind. If you do see a house that you do have an interest in, we always do encourage that you at least be open to having us reach out to the listing agent and see if the seller may or may not have some flexibility. Better to ask and get a no than wait for, let's say, a price reduction and then maybe possibly get into a multiple bid situation again. So interest rates, not great, still not as bad as they were many years ago, but obviously the higher interest rates affects buying power for you as a buyer. But there are ways around that, and that leads me to my next topic, rate buy downs and seller concessions. So some of the things that you can do or we can do in an offer is to ask for the seller to pay closing costs and or offer a rate buy down. So what a rate buy down basically means is, let's assume for argument's sake you're quoted a 7% interest rate. The seller can actually buy down or do let's say an example, what's called a 2-1 buy down. What that means is for the first year they buy down the rate for 2 points or 2%. The second year it's 1%. The third year it goes back to your normal rate. So what would that mean to you with a 7% interest rate? That would mean your first year's payment would be equivalent of having a mortgage at 5% interest. Now that's pretty darn good on the grand scheme of things. The second year it would be based on a 6%, and then the third year would go back to that normal payment, which oftentimes for people can be the difference in getting into a home. So that is something definitely reach out and ask us about if it's something that, if the payment is a concern to you, which I'm sure it always is, but it's just another way to possibly get you into a home sooner and get ahead of the possible future interest rates ahead coming down, rather than waiting until they come down and then you're in a more competitive market. So hope that helps. Reach out if you got any questions. Thanks.